All right, it's not quite 8 o'clock yet. I'm going to spend these next 2 minutes just getting the chats up on Twitch and YouTube. Then at 8 o'clock a.m. we'll be ready. People want to get in and have some conversation. Then by then, this freaking fan to be done. All right. And again, if you're on TikTok, I don't have access to 3 different chats at the moment. So if you want to have a conversation, please come over to YouTube or come over to Twitch. And then that's the best way to be able to have a conversation about this. A lot of things I need to figure out going into next year. This is one of the ways, one of the things I need to learn, how to have 3 chats up and all the chats up at once when I'm on the road like this. But yeah, it was a good day. Let's see here. Let me take some Advil before we get started. But good morning, everybody. Hope everybody having a good Monday morning. I am having a good Monday morning. Mainly because I get to come back home today. Not that I'm not having a great time, but there's no place like home, as they always say. Mainly too because I need to be in the comfort of my my studio that I have there at home as well. All right, it is 8 a.m. Good morning, everybody out there. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. I love PAX West. I'm glad I came here. A lot has been learned from being here. And I'll also say that, like, hold on one second. There's a lot I've learned. There's a lot I've learned by being here. I'm glad I went through this process. There was a lot to do. And let's get started with day 3 on the things that I did. So I started out the day playing Pokémon ZA. And now I get to see why the media gets the time that they need before you actually get a couple of thousand people coming into the room. I got video footage of the Pokémon ZA, but I couldn't get the noise cancellation to take out all the noise that's in the background. So I'm not going to film Kirby Air Riders today. It just makes no sense with all those people in that one area. It's hard to block out all that time. So hopefully next year we can go in as media and have that hour or 2 before the madness begins. And now that I looked at other videos of other creators when they had gameplay footage, and I noticed how there really wasn't anybody in there. It's because it's the hey, how you doing, Mr. Lee Bro? Mr. Lil Bro. What's up, man, Mr. Lil Bro? Hi. Now I see why the media comes in before everybody else, because there's not that many people in there, so you get to have a nice recording, a nice session, and all that good jazz. So I get to understand why. But anyway, number 1, Pokémon ZA. I was able to beat the Mega Pokémon at the end of the demonstration. It was easy for me to pick up and play, even though I've never played Pokemon before. So it's safe to say that if you are interested in Pokemon ZA, the game was very good. I got a chance to do 2 demos of the game, 2 separate things I was able to do. And the game looked good. It plays well. It makes sense. So being a first-time player of a Pokemon game, it was nice to see how easy it was to pick up and play. So it reassures me that it is a good decision for me to do a 24-hour stream for this game. So on October 16th, we will be doing a 24-hour stream. My first Pokemon game ever. I will be doing that on my channel. So on all my channels, on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and all that other jazz. So I'm very excited about that, and Facebook. So had a good time with that. The people were very nice at Nintendo to walk me through some things, but It was very good. So I think it was a good game, a good experience for me. Pokemon ZA gets the thumbs up for me on the game, and I see why people are a big fan of it. I I don't know the difference between the two different battle styles because it was all what can I say, real time action for me. It wasn't turn based like the traditional Pokemon games are. So hats off to Nintendo and making another good game. So we got another great game coming out this year that is going to do very well on the Nintendo Switch 2 platform. All right, then after that, I went to the Capcom panel, and they showed Resident Evil. They showed all the normal Capcom games that they've been showing the last few months and stuff. But I just wanted to take the time out to say how impressed I was over Pragmata. If you haven't seen Pragmata yet, I think you need to go out and look at some videos on that. It is another new IP from Capcom, and I think it's going to be a smash hit. The game has been in development for a long time, and I can tell by looking at the gameplay that it took them a long time to get it to this point. So if you haven't looked at it yet, it is another cool IP that they made. I do think that Capcom needs to dip into some of their older IPs and bring them back. I think there's a place for a lot of their old stuff that they have. But you know what? They got new IP coming, and it looks really good. So this little girl that's on the back of this guy's shoulder, and you put in these little combinations and codes in to be able to fight these enemies and stuff like that. And the graphics are incredible. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for you, but just to let you know that you got a companion on your shoulder that helps you out throughout the fights. And the graphics are great. The sound is great. I think the action combat is incredible. So I think you got a new hit on your hands, guys. Capcom has another new IP that you can, sink your teeth into and have a great time. So, and they went over, like Resident Evil was cool. They went over some content, with that game. It looks incredible. Hey, Abigail, how you doing? Good morning. Yes, hi. Thank you for stopping by. So the Capcom panel was really cool, but most of it was dominated by Pragmata. Maximilian Dude, if you know who he is, he came here as well. He was on the panel. He did autographs and things of that nature and got up and had a lot of good things to say about the game, his journey through the game itself. So I say the Capcom panel was a win. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I'm recapping my day 3 at PAX West 2025 here. I've been having a great time here. And if I met some of you guys, that'd have been great because I've been meeting a lot of people since I've been here. So it's been a great time. And then after the Capcom panel, I went over to the game room where they have all the publishers and developers and of that nature. They have the AAA side and they got the indie side. So I went to the indie side and oh my God, I didn't even realize that side even existed. There are so many indie developers here, and I was not even ready for the amount of games that I saw that was on the indie side. And next year when I come back, I'll be way more prepared for this because I want to ask the developers a lot of questions. I want to be ready for that. And I think that would have been a great idea to ask them all these questions on all their great games. There's a lot of stuff out here. Larian Studios, the Baldur's Gate 3 developers are here. And I missed out on their merch. A lot of their merch was sold out, which I totally understand why. That was cool to see. Capcom was on that side as well. They had a lot of stuff going on that side. But there was a lot of developers here that's not listed in the program and map that we get. So I'm glad I went this year. This was awesome. Awesome experience here at PAX West. If you've never been to PAX, then if you're a gamer, I totally think this is a celebration of the year. You should definitely take the time out to come out here. It is awesome. It's a lot of fun. And everybody's there are gamers, which is nice. Which will, and again, the indie area was so overwhelming. There was so many games to look at, so many things to do. And it was just amazing. After I got done with that, going to the indie area. I took a little break, got something to eat, and then I got ready for the Path of Exile 2 raffle. So somebody won a nice PC, which was good. It's a lot of raffles here, guys. A lot of raffles. Got so many raffle tickets, and it was probably important to write down on which raffle ticket is for what. Next time I will do that. But I'm glad I had the right one on me at the time. I took a guess, and so somebody won that. So that was cool to actually see that there were so many people that ready for that PC. So that was cool. And there's gonna be another raffle today, which I want to go into another game that I played. I spent some time with Escape from Tarkov. They have like an arena mode. I got whooped, man. It was bad. The guys that were here were like, there was one guy that got like 19, 20 kills, man. He was headshotting people left and right. So there were people that played Tarkov a lot, going up against people that never played Tarkov like myself, and it wasn't pretty. But I ended up getting 3 kills in that round. You need about, I think they said 8 kills to be able to be a part of the raffle. So I'm going to go back there today. There's a PvE side and PvP side. So I'm going to go to the PvE side and try to get 20 kills to become a participant in the raffle. I'm going to try that out. And then if I can't get to 20 kills, then I'm going to go back to the PvP side and see if I can get 8 kills. So maybe it won't be as good of competition today. But man, dude, the weapon that I started out with was terrible. But I had a great time playing with everybody. That was a lot of fun. So, and then once I finished the time I did with Tarkov, I wanted to see another speed run. And this game, Deltarune, has a following that is incredible. I can't believe how many people was in that room for one. Before that, they had the Sonic speed run, which I wasn't a part of. I went to the Deltarune one. And the amount of preparation it takes for these guys to do these speed runs, it just blows my mind. So the community in there was amazing. It was electrifying. I felt the energy that was in there. If you can be a part of a speed run at any moment, I implore you to do it. What's up, Thick? What's up, Thick, man? Thank you for coming by. The Deltarune, just whole area was just amazing. It was the aura that was in that room was incredible, man. So just being a gamer amongst all these gamers and just seeing their reaction on all these little different moves that they make and little obstacles and challenges they overcome and the way the room erupts when these things happen. I don't play Deltarune, so I'm a Deltarune fan now. I'm going to start out with Undertale, and then I'm going to go into Deltarune because, they made me a fan just by seeing how passionate the people are about this game and this series. So that's all it takes sometimes for you to see the passion from people. And you get to see, how great the community is. So spend some time, again, in that Deltarune run. I had to leave about, a few minutes early because I wanted to get to the last Nintendo game show that I ended up the night doing. It was a Nintendo Dare. It was hosted by what was his name? Kurt Dog. Kurt Dog did it. He did a fantastic job with this show. Again, it made me realize, because I've been playing Xbox probably for like the last, I grew up a Nintendo fan, hardcore Nintendo fan. Then I went into Xbox, and mainly because the online and community, the way that all went, with Xbox Live, I just blown away by that. And I stuck with Xbox. I kind of left Nintendo for a little while, but I dipped and dabbed in a little bit, but not as much as I used to, the way I grew up on it. And my Nintendo knowledge, man, is not as good. I'm listening to the questions that they're asking. And one of the questions they asked, Majora's Mask. I barely played the game. I didn't know there was 24 masks in the game. There was people that actually knew the answer to that question. It's a lot of little things that they asked. Tingle, the guy, one of the characters in the Nintendo series. What game did he first, show up in? And I didn't know the answer to that. So I was testing myself, seeing what answers did I know. And I didn't know the answers to a lot of these questions, man. It was very tough. So I'm back Nintendo. I'm doing my Nintendo daily drop, every single day. So that's going to help my Nintendo knowledge out. And then I'm going to be playing a lot of Nintendo games right now and into the future. So I'm all Nintendo again. I'm happy to be back. I'm still blown away by the passion of Nintendo fans with the Nintendo Street Pass, with the 3DS. I'm almost up to 200 people that I've caught in the me area. So I'm almost at the point where I'm about to free my character up. If you play Street Pass game, you know what I mean. I'm about to free my me, and then we're about to go into the second run through this game. It's going to be kind of difficult because people don't walk around with 3DSs in their pocket like they used to for the Street Pass. So I got to figure out creative ways on how to get this done. Hopefully I'm coming back here in October for the Nintendo World Championships. I'm not the Nintendo, oh God, I keep saying that. For the Halo World Championships. I'm a big Halo fan because I spent so much time with Microsoft and Xbox. I'll be back, and hopefully there'll be some people walking around with their 3DSs. And we'll be able to have some fun with that. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So I'm going to end up the year coming to the Nintendo Championships here out here in Seattle, which is cool. What's your favorite game of all time? Oh, Majora's Mask. Oh, wow. Yeah, you heard Majora's Mask. There was, I was saying, Ginger, how bad my Nintendo knowledge is. And they asked a few questions about the game itself. They asked on stage, you know, they was doing the competitions with the Nintendo Dare game show at the end of the day. And one of the questions was how many masks were in Majora's Mask. And one of the guys knew there was 24. And I was like, God damn, how did he know that? You know, there was moments where in these Nintendo game shows where they'll just be playing, like name a tune. They'll play the title screens in some of these games. And us out in the audience, we could see the game, but the people on stage, they back turned to it. And they can actually hear the title screens and tell you the game, what game it was. And I used to be able to do that. Back in the 8-bit era, you would be able to play a game, and I know exactly which game it was. So it just shows how bad my Nintendo knowledge has gone the last few years. My gaming, knowledge and everything has been great, but it's been more broad. So I'm going to focus in more on Nintendo because this is what I grew up playing, yeah. You know what? You got to come to one of these, man. You got to come to one of these PAXs. I think you're on the East Coast. There's PAX East, man. They do stuff like this, man. So you could become a contestant on one of these, one of these panels, man. One of these game shows and have a great time. So, but yeah, I had a great time, man, in these Nintendo shows, man. It does require money. It requires a lot of money. I ain't even lie. I would probably say, be it here, the most expensive part, well, besides the room cost and stuff. But I was able to drive here from Salem. So it was easy for me. It was a 4-hour drive. But man, the food cost out here, can you believe a hot dog on the street with these people out here, man? It was $11, man. I spent $20 for one sausage. The price on the food out here is freaking insane, bro. That's what you spend a lot of money on. And that's bad food. That's not even, healthy food. This is the most unhealthiest food I've eaten in a long time, but that's okay though. I'll be back home, driving back home tonight. So, but fantastic time. So one of the things I'm doing today, I'm doing a lot. I'm going to look at a speed run. So that wraps up my day for yesterday. Great time, just having a fantastic time. But today I got a few things going on. I'm going to do the Kirby Air Riders, gameplay session. I'm not going to record it, but like I said earlier in the video, for who missed it, I did a gameplay recording of my time with Pokémon ZA with Nintendo, and it's just thousands of people in that room, and the sound, I can't muffle out the amount of sound that's being made during that time. So unless one of you guys can convince me to still do the video shooting, I don't think it's worth it because the sound is terrible. Maybe I can make the sound better when I get back home on my PC with the programs I have on there that might be able to filter some of that out. But I do have gameplay footage of Pokemon ZA. But I don't think I'm going to do it today with Kirby Air Riders. I'm going to spend some time with Kirby Air Riders. I met one of the developers of Crimson Desert. I gave him my information. Fingers crossed, hopefully he'll make me a content creator for the game. I feel strongly about the game. I think it's incredible. I'm going to spend some time with Crimson Desert today. I'm going to have a gaming day. I'm going to attend the Tekken tournament today. I'm going to attend a speed run for this horror game called Signalis, which I played last Halloween time and got some pretty good support of people watching me play that game. So I'm going to spend time with that today. What else I'm going to do? I think that I'm going to spend a lot of time in the game room area. And hopefully, because it's the last day, that the crowd is going to dwindle down. And that might even be better if it's not a lot of people there. I'll probably shoot the Kirby Air Riders moment that I had with Nintendo today. I might do that. I'll judge that when I get there. I'll see. But let me see what else. That's pretty much that today. And then I'll be driving back today after my play session with Kirby Air Riders. I want to get back home at a decent time. I want to at least leave here by, between 7 and 8 o'clock, so I get home before midnight. And then I want to get home tonight and set up some time to play a little bit of Path of Exile 2. So I might stream tonight when I get home. Do a little bit of that. I might stream some Path of Exile 2 when I get home tonight. So everybody's playing it that I know that's on my friends list, having a great time. And I might do another boss run. They got a boss rush mode that they're doing here, and you can actually win some stuff if you beat at least, I think, 8 bosses. But because I play Necromancer class, they don't kill as fast, so I don't think it's gonna be beneficial. But I did see like the top 10 people, all of them play Stormweaver. That beat tons of bosses in that boss rush mode. So all right, again, your boy Darth Spriggan out here. I learned a lot, I seen a lot, I experienced a lot. So it's been a great time here at PAX West. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I experienced this. I learned a lot. Some hard lessons, some really good, just casual lessons. But all in all, this has been a great experience for me and a great experience for me as far as where I want to take myself in the creator space. I did some soul searching yesterday, and I'm going to make some quick, decisive changes to the way I'm doing things. I'm going to do more lives than recorded video because I'm spending too much time doing editing and not actually live, talking to the communities here. So my Nintendo Daily Drop is going to be live every single day. My podcast is going to be live every weekend. So these are things that I'm going to do, and it's going to, cut out the time of me spending so much time editing. Man, and sometimes the podcast takes me like 6-7 hours to do all the editing and uploading and all that jazz. Everything's going to be, live now. And it's going to be a benefit to that. I'll be able to sit down and talk to you guys like I'm doing now. And it saves bandwidth, saves time. It does a lot of different things. So a lot of things that, came out of me doing this trip. So, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad my boy Chase convinced me to do this. So, all right. I didn't forget about you guys on TikTok. Again, I don't have the third chat up. It was very difficult for me to get it running. But that's all I have. And let's push forward. So, all right, you guys have a great day. That is my take on day 3 of PAX West. If you can get a chance to come on one of these events as a gamer, I implore you to do it. It has been a fantastic experience all the way around. So, all right, I got to get ready. I've got to get this place packed up because I got to check out here within the next few hours. And I got to be over at PAX West before 11 o'clock because I want to catch that speed run of Signalis. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. I'll be back streaming tonight as well. I'm gonna try to get home at a decent time. If I don't, hopefully I'm not as tired as I was when I got here. And I better put in some Path of Exile 2 tonight, and you guys can see me start that little run that I'm gonna do. Play for a few hours of that. Okay, guys. You guys have a great day. Happy Monday, and I will talk to you guys soon. This has been a great experience. See you later. Take care. Bye bye, and thanks for coming in.